Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. Today, I'm joined by a very special guest. One of the pillars in the Digimon community has blessed us with his presence, the one and only Digi-Panda. Say hello.
Hello!
I guess you could say this is like a collection of the Benjamins here.
Indeed.
But we are excited to bring some 2.0 gameplay for you guys. This is sort of the series that we recorded over at TJ's house. Today's matchup is going to be purple-based Lord Knight on the left, going up against the Lucemon deck that TJ's put together on the right. Lucy's a really interesting deck. I know like you and Digi-Panda have like been pretty interested in it, and it does a lot of crazy things, so definitely nice to have it on the channel just to kind of go through what some of these cards do. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Couple things before we hop into the round itself. You know, if you're enjoying the content, you enjoy Panda's content, please do consider hitting both of our channels, the like and subscribe button. I'll link Panda's channel down in our video description, so please do check him out. You know, it's just great content, great guy, and we're just super thankful to have you here.
But seriously, while you're here on this channel, Hyper Colosseum, definitely hit that like button, because, you know, one thing that the English gameplay doesn't really see much of is gameplay in general. A lot of players typically just see deck profiles, you see a lot of market watches, but in terms of gameplay, you don't see a lot of it on Japan side either unless it's one of those major events. So with English releases, it's always helpful to understand the gameplay and learn from what other players are kind of cooking preliminary-wise and move forward into the format. And we're just in the early infancy of 2.0.
Yeah. So we're super excited to bring some of this stuff for you guys. Like Panda's saying, you know, being able to give you guys a little bit more gameplay to see how these decks work, particularly going into sort of the tail end of competitive season, was really what we're hoping to do. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And without further ado, let's hop right into this bad boy.
Players shuffling up. Oh, there's a Cherubi ace.
I think we're just testing out, making sure there weren't any glare.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because I think, I know we have a few of them out there already, but I think this was the first like match we actually ended up recording that night. So we're just making sure the camera's all set up.
And glare is one of the biggest problems, even for, you know, competitive scenes when we're doing the online commentary. All right, so we flip up the Cupid, we Digivolve right into that Lucemon for that cost of 5, giving a lot of memory on the opposite end. We see Suno into Wisdom training, adding Wisdom, playing another Wisdom. So
here I'm just like, I need a rookie. Please help.
Yeah, it's never a really good time when you don't find that rookie. So promote out Lusa. Start of main phase, you trash 1 card in your hand. Your opponent may trash their top security. If this effect didn't trash, you recover 1.
So TJ does decide to trash a card here. Looks like he will recover. So gonna be lot of recovering here. Let's just put it out there.
This is going to be a great format where a lot of commentators are going to be like, oh, we got to figure out a way to do this. So that Lucemon is deleted, checking into security. Into Lord Knight X.
Which is wild, because it's like, of all the things he could have hit, he ends up hitting the Lucy. I think TJ was like gambling. He was like, well, what are the chances that I get punished? And I was like, immediately punished.
Cherubimon Ace comes down, plays the BT4 Lucemon, which then recovers 1, and then deletes the Dober. Deltamon comes back down, pitches Ogremon, and then deletes that Lucy.
Yeah, I'm still struggling to find a rookie here, so I'm just like, any sort of board control I can do until I can find my pieces. I'm just like, please, let me survive.
Does TJ have a ruin mode to go on top?
Oh, God. We do swing Cherubi. Big guy living. It's a Protoform, yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice. And Protoforms are still going up in price. I don't know how, you know, fans right now are really handling the fact that Royal Base plays Protoform. Lucemon plays Protoform. If you play X Antibody, you're going to need Protoform. It's...
But I do like go into Basti here, or Bastemon, which I do like. I didn't have a level 3 to play out, but I think with the Lord Knight engine, being able to spit out level 3s is pretty handy. And then the opponent's turn effect, where if they get deleted, I can play out a level 4 Digimon, is also pretty wild with like the collision aspect or blocker aspect that Delta gives and stuff. So it's a pretty neat line there.
No block though with Cherubi Ace going into security. Looking low on life there, my guy.
Yeah. But I know that TJ's not in a like super great spot without any Lucy stuff set up, and like Cherubi's just gonna keep chipping. I'll just like try to set up to go for that like big Unga Boonga play if I can.
The overflow here is also going to be nice if that Cherubimon Ace does get deleted.
Yes. We go into Old Faithful. Yep.
Yep. LordKnightmon X goes into the Digivolution here for a cost of 0, and you are going to Alliance here, I believe?
Yep, Alliance here. We do get 2 checks out of that guy. And he's a big, I believe it's 19k with his 3k buff all turns, which is wild.
Hey, you got another rookie.
Yep. So we're feeling pretty good here. You know, we set up a pretty good stack with the X Antibody. We've got an Ogre that'll also help kind of sneakily provide me some more memory with any pitching shenanigans. So I'm like, okay, we're in the game now.
So simple Calling from Darkness brings back the Leviathan because you can only add back purple cards, and then nothing else on TJ's end, so just a straight pass.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is pretty good because TJ has 5 security, and it looks like you have the potential to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Put TJ close to either 1 or 0 security here to threaten game for next turn.
Yeah. So we crack all of our resources here. We go training into a Basti, which will, in theory, let me play out a level 3, but again, no level 3 in trash. But we do Alliance, maybe? Yes, we do Alliance with the Ogre, so we'll do 2 checks at 20k. And we hit a Biting Crush.
Biting Crush, and the Leviathan was just added back to hand, so now that is probably going to the trash. Delay. We've got the Biting Crush now set up. If only it was a level 7, then it wouldn't have had to go.
We do get to put the Protoform back into security, pick up a piece, which I think I picked up either like a level 5 or a level 6 here. And we can proc off a couple inheritables, playing out the Delta off a Lord Knight just to kind of sneak turn again.
Because you could have also added back the LordKnightmon X Antibody as well when the Protoform went to security. So that keeps your plays and recycles. So that's why you don't need 4 copies in the deck. You can get away with just 3.
Yeah, and TJ unfortunately had to just pass turn, like straight pass turn here. And at this point, it's just, I think I can just swing for the fences here. But
Gospel of... I forget the name of the card now. Gospel of something.
The Fallen Angel. So security just gets placed in the battle area, but the main effect is if one of your Digimon in the breeding area may Digivolve into Lucemon in your trap without paying the cost. So essentially to like free cycle an egg. And then by Digivolving one of your Digimon with Lucemon in its name into a Digimon card with Lucemon in its name in the trash, with the cost reduced by 3, trash one of your opponent's option cards in the battle area.
So it would hit some of your resource options, your delays, your trainings, your memory boosts. Pretty good.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is one of the first cards that like deals like it interacts with your options. Like I don't think we've had a card like that before.
Maybe loosely speaking, I would say it deals with specifically delay type option cards, because if you're thinking about like, you know, you've got the 3 Musketeer options that tuck underneath their respective Digimon, they can technically be stripped by cards like Pseudomon Ace. But in this specific situation, I would say option cards specifically, Gospel does it.
Yeah. And also sorry for a little bit of some of the like frame pixelations during the cam. I think we had a little bit of technical difficulties that night, but hopefully, I guess I'm showing you behind.
They're like, good this time, good. All right, so Lucemon in the back again, paying that nice 5 memory for that Lucemon in the back. We find a Goblimon. I think you were just missing that level 3 to start with the chain.
Yeah, and we find it, and I think we're back in business.
Will Lucemon promote? I don't think you need to necessarily bring out Lucemon yet. Oh my goodness. All right, so that Lucemon is... Yeah, this is the EX Lucy. So Cerberusmon X comes down. And luckily this one costs 3. It doesn't cost 4, like you'd think sometimes. You have Lord Knight coming out to play the Labra. No target to find with Labramon's effect.
And then we go Protoform again to go into the guy. We
Easy.
can't Digivolve anything, but we can choose to have the Lucy not Digivolve in theory, but with Collision it just gets pierced through for 2 checks.
And then you deleted the Labramon with Cerberusmon X's effect to unsuspend.
Yes, yeah. And then we use our boost to just drop a mat.
Yep, simple mat, choke off at 1 memory. Kind of hard to say here whether mat would be the right play here, mainly because it seems like Lucemon decks typically would give you a lot of memory.
Yeah.
So I can see the pros and cons of both.
Yeah, I think my thought here was just I don't have a great way to pass turn outside of maybe just like playing like a level 4, I believe, or a level 5, and I was just like, at this point he needs memory to do stuff. I'm gonna try to just give him as least as possible. Luckily
with what's the tamer's name? May? Oh, that's good. Those are good hits right
Mako.
there. Yeah, Mako. With Mako, you have the purple source, so if there is a biting crush in hand, I don't know if TJ would necessarily play yet, because right now you're just forcing the block. Heaven's Judgment, pretty good.
It is pretty good. I think we catch something here because he's technically 3k more, so Lord Knight is bigger, so we just recycle.
I was about to ask.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, because the DP should still be high enough that it shouldn't be affected. And then with Lucemon coming out now, trashing what looked like I think was Satan mode.
So he trashes, and then I trash my top card.
Say no to life.
You live on the edge. I think TJ's just trying to think what he wants to do here. So here we see the larva.
Yep.
And larva is pretty decent because essentially you can pair that with, I think, Lucy here and slam it down and then just Digivolve into a chaos mode, which is
so it's the Lucemon that actually does all the work for you.
Yeah.
Because when the Lucemon end of your opponent's turn, by placing one of your level 6 Digimon as your top security card, you can Digivolve into the chaos mode from your trash without paying cost. So that's where like you have a saving grace because of the fact that the larva mode is a level 6 Digimon. You can use that as the fodder to go up into chaos mode for free.
Yeah. And chaos mode is such a good card. He's so
and that's
good.
the old one too. Yeah.
And then TJ
Leviamon now.
Big guy.
Yeah, Leviamon's kind of controlling the board here after, all the Lucemon shenanigans that just happened.
And TJ's in a way where, like, if I don't get a blocker on board, which I'm able to sneak one in there with Dober, he threatens game, and Levi is just the big guy. 2 checks.
Does Dober have blocker?
On play, I can give one of my Digimon blocker.
Ah, nice, nice. It's a good thing that Levi does not have piercing. And here we go again. We see the larva mode proc go into the chaos. Chaos effect
will force me to essentially burn security or kill Matt, and I decide to kill Matt.
Poor Matt.
Did nothing wrong.
Ogre. Are you short 1 memory here to counterplay here?
I think I might be here, because if I don't have the protoform, then the Cerberus will cost 3.
But
I do have the protoform. I do it for 2. I will gain 2 off of the inheritables as well. So I guess even without protoform, I'm okay. I just don't get to play out the body. I'm debating if I want to do Psych, but I think I end up just doing like a Gobbly instead, or a Labra. Yeah.
Labra. Do you run Anubis by chance?
I do.
Yeah, because that'd be the target here, but I don't know if you have it in hand or not.
I don't. I have the Anubis in hand. I was doing the Dober X because I think Labra is also a nice sneaky way to get Dober X back if you're like if a lot of them got like hidden security or whatnot. Because Dober is also pretty good like cycle as well.
Digivolve. No. Okay, so now you're stopping that. Do you have blocker? I think you have blocker.
I do not.
Oh, you don't. So it's just gonna be.
It's just gonna be game. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Lucemon, I feel like Lucemon definitely wants to go. I think they want to go first just to establish that Lucemon in raise right off the get-go, because by handing over 5 memory to your opponent turn 1, your opponent now needs to utilize at least 6 memory effectively. Otherwise, they're wasting it.
Right.
And so
right.
by basically saying, here's 5 memory, do something with it, and if you waste it, I'm gonna capitalize on your inefficient plays. You now have the capability to force them to play cards into the battle area, which means that you can utilize Gospel, you can utilize a lot of your destruction effects by Tamers or Digimon.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely one of those, like, I'm going to put the ball in your court, and if you fumble it, then I will just eat it.
It's also a little bit different from Black decks now, where Black used to be, hey, I dare you to attack me, but Black is now like, no. You are going to attack me. I'm not even giving you the choice anymore.
Yeah. When you said, I was like sort of thinking of Heath Ledger's Joker and then Dark Knight when he's just like, hit me, hit me.
Yeah. It's your move. No. It's our move.
Yeah. All right. So game 3 looks like it's about to get kicked off. TJ is going first. Goes into Uko.
So you want the extra draw. Interesting.
Yeah, it's probably just like my play style. I tend to go second.
I'm with you there because I like that extra card. That extra card draw is nice.
A little camera action.
All right, so a little filter with the wisdom training. Psychmon comes down. Doesn't really affect the overall board state right now, but you are going to be able to find so much stuff. So it looks like we found 2 Lucemon X antibodies and the larva mode. Cubimon's got your purple source up and running.
Yeah.
And technically, I mean, with Ukomon and other promo Ukomon you're one of, like, you're pretty golden for in like TJ's position. Like, it's good.
Yeah, no, very, very good spot for sure. Go ahead and swing. On deletion, he's able to pitch the Lucy, gain a memory.
You're also on Leviathan too?
I got 1 Levi in that deck.
Spicy.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of JP lists doing Leviathan X, actually. Like JP? A 1 of Leviathan X, yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the Gospel. Oh, straight Evo into there from the trash.
Yeah, and it's a choke to 1 too.
That's so good. You're missing a 4 right now, aren't you?
We got him.
No,
just
you got
not
it.
the ideal
you got
4.
It.
Delta for 3
okay.
pass turn. Not bad.
Psychmon up. So you stop play cost reductions. What's the big thing that you stop here? Play cost reductions. Is there much right now for Luce?
I don't think so, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe there's a lot of play cost reduction. I think it's more kind of like going through your Lucy's, and then you play it by effect. You're not really reducing play cost, it's just you're playing an effect. So I think Psych is kind of just, he's just a filler. He's just there right now. Probably good against a mirror, like a Lord Knight mirror, but I think against Lucy, he's just sort of meh.
Because you're still also playing specific level Digimon, not reducing play cost. So I feel like the reducing play might be a float to Gazi.
I think the more testing I do, I think I'm bumping Gazi to at least like 3, and maybe 1 of Psych at best. But Gazi for sure is huge.
So this Lucemon, one thing that bothers me about Lucemon is the fact that you can just camp with it, like, because it's big and beefy.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Delta comes out, you go into Cerberusmon. BT 17?
Yeah, BT 17 or 16 Cerberus. I can in theory bring back a dark animal from trash, which there are none, so nothing to bring back. But the Inheritable's pretty good. You know, being able to give something that you play out that turn rush can be sneaky. We do Cerberus.
Even itself.
Yeah, even itself. And then Cerberus going into... First, I was supposed to play a Goblin from Cerberus, then Lord Knight to play out a Psych.
Oh man, here comes
we have it.
I mean, I think you do have it. I'm just more so scared of Biting Crush.
Yeah. So I think the play here, the play here should be to Digivolve and then have it so that the Lucy can't Digivolve, which is pretty big.
Yep.
And do we hit a Biting Crush?
And there's also no purple source, so pretty good.
Yeah.
Lucy, oh heavens! But luckily, you're still beefed up. You're still beefed up from the alliance. It's fine.
But poor Gobbly dies for my sins, and TJ goes ahead and plays another The Gospel to go into a Lucy in the back.
Two options now, also in regards to kind of just waiting to if you play memory boost or wisdom trainings. It's like, okay, cool, like thanks.
Yeah. But unfortunately, I do have enough memory to just like play out a rookie. I do Alliance and hit 2 checks. And then I believe this is a De La Cruz, 7th Divine Cruz.
7th Divine Cruz, yep.
And he can play a Lucemon out from trash, essentially.
Yep. And then a lot of stuff happening here with all the searching and filtering with this Lucemon. We're basically, you know, setting up the trash and also setting up kind of what we need to go into the next one, because we'll have 2 separate triggers, I believe, or just 1 of the Lucemon Digivolving.
Ooh. Should be 1, because I think I blocked 1 from Digivolving.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah.
That would be the one that should be blocked right now, I believe.
I believe so. Maybe we catch it, maybe we don't. I guess not. But we move on.
And keep in mind, viewers, like, misplays do happen.
Yes.
It's a common thing where, as content creators, we're recording sometimes at midnight. I myself, when you hear my audio recordings, I'm doing this at 2 a.m.
Oh God.
1 or 2 a.m. because that's the quietest time that I can record audio. So if I sound snarky sometimes, that's why. But yeah, they happen.
Yeah, they happen. Early days in the set too, so we're learning how to read again. We do Cerberus here using the Protoform package, which is pretty good. We're able to kind of cycle, play out a Gobbly, which will gain me some memory off of my inheritables with the Dober X. And
again, neither Hyper Colosseum or myself are affiliated with TCG Player in regards to Protoform being $35 right now. But if you don't have your copies, I hope you find cheap boxes of the X5 because you might have a chance to get them.
And we Quartz here.
Okay, Quartz is kind of spicy here. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect the Quartz to come into play at this point. Well, because most players are running Ruin mode, so you'd expect like the Ruin mode play. Though it does nothing against Lucemon, but it does prevent your opponent from really like interacting now with the board. On top of that, you now have a body that dodges Biting Crush.
Yes. Dodges Biting Crush. I kind of have that, like, you could just have to deal with it. Otherwise, it could be dangerous. And a little bit of foreshadowing. If you just keep going up a line, even if you don't suspend, like, your Lord Knights and your Cerberuses will still keep playing bodies out. So you can really just, like, build up a board and utilize Quartz to your advantage.
So with Lucemon Chaos mode, you're kind of just, you've set it up, but I haven't seen from TJ's side either the Satan mode or the X antibody. I'm curious whether we'll see some of that interaction here in a little bit.
Yeah, they're all really good cards. I think it's just a matter of finding the right ratio so that you see all of them when you need to, which is difficult in sort of like a deck as toolboxy as Lucy.
Because in Japan right now, it seems like a lot of them are leaning more towards X antibody Lucemon versus, you know, maintaining that Satan mode and Larva mode package.
So we see TJ here. There he is.
There it is.
Go into the X antibody here, which is a pretty good card. For those of you who don't know, it's an all turns when this Digimon would leave. If a card with Lucemon is in its name is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, trashing both players' top securities, it doesn't leave, so it just says no. We don't do that.
Yep.
And then end of turn, your opponent may trash their top security card. If this effect didn't trash, then you go ahead and recover one and delete one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Also pretty good.
And the fact that it doesn't have a caveat clause to what you can delete up to is insane.
Yes, yes.
Because that is one of the ways to out the Lucemon.
Exactly, exactly. So here we ended up going into a Lord Knight to play out the Ogre. And then we protoformed from Ogre into Cerberus, which allows me to play out something else. Play out another Gobbly.
And then all your inheritables are going to trigger now with all the memory gains of Gobblymons, Delta, well, not Deltamons, Dober? Dober X, I believe? Yeah, Dober X.
And then I think my idea was if I can try to get maybe one more body suspended, I'm sitting in a pretty good spot. So I think for cycle purposes, I do Lord Knight X, but I think what I do here is, we de-digivolve, and then we prevent one of the Lucys from digivolving next turn.
Lord Knight X, so good. It's arguably... We're back to BT5 format, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to BT5.
Yeah. And I'm debating on what I want to do here. I think what I will do, I think I decide to swing Cerberus first and hope that it lives. It does end up dying, which it's okay.
Yeah, you recover one. That's the important thing here, because you were actually out of security. So if TJ was able to get another Lucemon X set up, you would not have a security to burn. And that'd be the end of it. But Quartzmon takes the game here for you. What a show.
Yeah. It was a good back and forth. You know, Lucy has a lot of tools, you know, and like if you can't respond to it, you can see like how crazy like going up the Lucy line from like the regular little boy to Chaos and the X antibody, it can do some scary stuff.
We did not see Satan mode featured as much for this deck profile, but the thing is, I think it's different situations and scenarios that make Lucemon so flexible as a deck that's why a lot of players are naturally gravitating towards it. Not to mention it's yellow and purple, which are some of the most powerful colors. Purple for recycling, yellow for recovery.
Yep, and we see that on full display with Lucy, that's for sure. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy this matchup. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As I said earlier, please do check out Panda's channel. We'll link it down in our video description, so please support our guy. Thank you once again, Panda, for hopping on. It's always a pleasure to have you. Always a pleasure, and thank you, as always, for having me. Of course. And everybody watching, we will catch you on that flippy flip. Bye-bye. Bye.